Welcome everyone to the Python programming classes. This is the third part of list chapter. So today we will do some basic programming from the list chapter. So first in the previous video I just explained about different list methods and function, built-in function. So we can do some basic programs today. So first I want to do to find how we can find the length of the list. So for that I'm just printing length of list. So here you can see length is a built-in function. It will return the length of the list. So here as an argument I am giving list1. So we can just run this program. So we got the result 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the result. So a next program I just want to do to find the sum of elements in the list. So before starting the program, we can just initialize a variable sum. You can give any variable name. Here I am just using a variable name sum. And I am initializing that with the value 0 because we are going to process, we are going to do some process. So I am just initializing that with sum equal to 0. Then next we have to iterate through the list. We have to take one by one. That means we have to iterate through the list. So for that iteration means we have to going through the list. For that we need loop. So you can use while loop or you can use for loop. Here I am using for loop. Using for loop I am initializing a variable I. So this is my incrementation variable or this is my control variable of loop. So this is a loop control variable I. I'm writing list 1. We are going to process through the list. So I'm writing for I in list 1. Then sum equal to sum plus I. So what is happening here? The first value of sum equal to 0. Next, through each loop, that means each iteration, the sum will be updated. The value of sum will be updated. So in the first iteration, the value of sum equal to 0. Then it will be updated to sum plus I. So what is the first value of I? I is starting from 0. The position it is starting from 0. That means the first value is 10. So sum plus I. So after the first iteration, the sum will be 10. And in the next iteration, it will be I will be 20. So 10 plus 20. So the new sum will be 30. So it will continue like that. And after the loop, that means after the loop we are writing print of sum. So that will give you the last value of sum after 5 iteration. We can just run that program. So we got the output 150. If you are just doing the normal sum of these variables, I mean those elements, you can find the value 150. We can do that in a different other way. If I am using the range method, how can I do with the range? So if I am writing I in range of, you have to specify a number you have to specify. So how you will specify the number? You can write it as length of list 1. So we are closing that. Then here sum equal to sum plus, there is a difference, sum plus list 1 of I. So here we are taking the index. List 1 of I means here it is index. In the previous program, how we did, we are directly taking the values of the list, iterating through the list. But here in this program, we are specifying a range. That means we are specifying the index position and we are taking the value by list 1 of I. So the same method we are doing. Then we can write the print statement here, running the program, we'll get the same answer. So this is two different methods how to find the sum of elements in a list. Okay, next how we can find the largest element from the list. So for that, first we can initialize a variable large equal to list 1 of 0. So list 1 of 0 means first I am initializing large equal to 10. List 1 of 0 means the 0th index position. So that means 10. So we are starting with this because we need some variable to compare the values, because we have to compare all the elements in the list. For that, first we are initializing large equal to variable large, taking a large equal to list 1 of 0. Next, again we have to do the loop. We can do the loop for I in list 1 and comparing if large is less than I. Large is less than I. So what we are checking here, the current value of large is 10. So we are checking each values in the list. So we can start from I plus 1 because already we have the value 10 here. You can start from I plus 1, the current value. So you can do that with the index position, or you can directly compare. Okay. So I am writing if it is less than, if the large is less than I, that means the new large will be I. Okay. Then after the loop, you can print largest value is you can specify, don't forget to put the quotes, and if you want to specify the value, you can write large without the quotes. We can just run this program. Okay, so we got the largest value is 50. And if you want to find the smallest, how you can find? So I'm writing here it as small. You can use any variable name. I'm just using the familiar names to understand the program. Small and list 1 of 0 equal to the first value we are taking as the smallest value. But we have to change here, instead of less, we have to change it to greater. So if small is greater than I, that means the value we are specifying is greater than I, the new value of small will be I. Okay. So you can just change here also. Running the program. You can see, so I forgot to change the content here. You can write it as smallest value is small. Run the program. So you got the value 10. So the smallest value in the list is 10. So this is an easy method. We are starting with initializing with the value, then comparing that value with the other elements in the list. Like that, we can check all the elements and we can find the smallest, we can find the largest, we can find the second largest, second smallest, we can find some average, all things we can do like this. So I will come with the other programs in the next video. Just if you have any doubt regarding this program, you can mention in the comment box. Thank you.